is the fairest of them all? I grew up with being told fairy tales, snuggling down under the duvet on a cold winter's day, the melodic beat of my mother's voice. I dreamt about what it might be like if I were Snow White, Cinderella, or Sleeping Beauty. Today's version of the fairy tale is more likely to go, mirror, mirror on the wall, which people will survive or fall? Donald Trump, Brexit, Syria, and North Korea have created an era of instability that without foresight or vision, our people will be lost. At a basic level, our Māori ancestors survived by using the stars to prepare for times of scarcity. The appearance of Matariki signalled the time to plant crops. If the stars were clear and bright, a productive season was to come and food would be plentiful. But if the stars were bunched and hazy, a cold winter was in store, and this spelled a time of lean pickings. Without adequate preparation, the iwi could have ended up like the grasshopper in Aesop's fable. You know the story, when the grasshopper belittled the ants who were working furiously during the fine weather, while he lay down and worked on his tan, only to die slowly of starvation. However, critical to early Māori survival was their ability to adapt. Our ancestors brought edible plants from their homeland, including kumara, yam, and taro. The New Zealand climate was colder than home, so the Māori used sophisticated cultivation techniques in order to adapt these crops to the new environment. Nowadays, we have access to a supermarket 24/7. However, no one anticipated the Christchurch earthquake and its effects on food supplies throughout the country. Marmageddon, the unavailability of Marmite, created an unprecedented demand for the black yeast spread. If only I'd foreseen this event, I could have made a small fortune. Sustenance is vital to all people. However, traditional food sources are under threat from climate change. While swimming in warmer water would mean I could lose the wetsuit, this does not bode well for the fisheries. South Island fishermen have reportedly been catching kingfish, a fish normally only found in the warmer North Island waters. Climate change has also affected the affordability of kumara. The recent rain meant that farmers had to resort to hand-picking the kumara from the mud. They lost 40% of their crops, and now we pay the inflated price, and I am told to be content with just 1/3 of a kumara. The New Zealand Medical Journal states that climate change effects on food security will impact most on those Māori living in deprived circumstances. Further, the Māori economy is heavily invested in climate-sensitive primary industries, in particular fisheries and forestry. Unless the impact of climate change is factored in, critical sources of income could dry up. Adaptation will be essential in all aspects for the survival of our people. We have managed in the past with adjusting crop cultivation to a new environment. Our language too has evolved to express new concepts. However, all of this is at risk in the current global climate that fosters racism and prejudice. Minorities are under siege. While Donald Trump's win was not anticipated, by the rest of the world, we urgently need to adapt to ensure his sentiments don't become contagious. We need to push back and develop a vision for the future that includes all races being treated equally. A vision for the future that addresses the effects of climate change on the vulnerable. A vision for the future that ensures our people will survive. Mirror, mirror on the wall, what can I do to help us all? Kia ora.